Now at $5.60. Our next race after this will be the second at Ipswich, which is set down for $12.39. Okay, let's take you to Greg Miles now for the first at Sandown.
No doubt. But there's been a very good move, and it is for Lovers Road in the Eric Musgrove team. I like Tall Rumour, he's a 10-year-old, but he's making his first start over the fences today, and he's confidently been tried in the betting ring. He wears the Musgrove colours of the pink grey diamonds, blue hoop sleeves and a blue cap, not to be confused with his stablemate, who is a grey sovereign. He has a red cap to help distinguish those colours. They're moving in well. They're coming up for the first on the program. More than half the field locked away. Sterling Emblem moving up to join them in the stalls. There's Tall Rumour going in. Starts out of gate number 13 next to Centre Rising. Has been a good deal of rain falling on the track. Started about an hour ago. It was very heavy for the first half hour. It has eased quite considerably. The track is still officially rated as dead. But no doubt if this continues, it wouldn't take too much more for it to be downgraded. It's quite steady rain that's falling here at Sandown at the moment. Just about ready to go now. In fact, they look locked away. Starter hits the button and sends them on their journey now over 3,350 metres. And Sterling Emblem, ridden out of the gates, began very quickly. Away fast as Lovers Road. He's sitting in the first few. Hear My Prayers just behind him. I'll Be Irish is going forward when they reach the first of 14 fences. Peloton next. Voutin's not jumping it very well down near the inside. Houdini Robe had dropped out to be a clear last at the second fence now. And Lovers Road skipped over it in front. I'll Be Irish is up second. Outback Bronze getting through near the inside. They're being followed then by Hear My Prayers, who's a handy fourth when they swing into the lane. Outback Bronze saving good ground, and so too is Summer Bay getting through on the inside with Voutinsk and Rajani not far away from the speed at the first down the lane. Dracas up there as well. Back behind them is Peloton, who's got a good way back, and so is Tall Rumour as they go to the next, and then Grey Sovereign, one down. Oh, it's Rajani. Rajani has taken a fall. Centre Rising couldn't miss the riderless horse and just about cannoned into it, Centre Rising at the back of the field, so Rajani are down. Horse continuing with the field. Centre Rising badly hampered. At the next, Lovers Road over it in front. Another one. Dracas went. Dracas fell at that fence. And I'll Be Irish got into trouble at that. Now they swing towards the next one. Lovers Road over it. Dracas has badly hurt himself too. And as they commence the turn out of the straight, a very incident-packed run down the straight here. And the leader, as they head out to the 2,200 metres with half the jumping over, is Lovers Road from Peloton, who's up a length away. Outback Bronze is third, and Hear My Prayers is fourth, and 2 lengths to Voutinsk. I'll Be Irish next on the outside from Summer Bay. Long break to Tall Rumour, and then Houdini Robe. The riderless horse, another one there, is that Sterling Emblem? Looks like it might have lost the rider at one stage as well. Yes, I can't find him in the field, so he lost his rider in this incident as well. And second last is Houdini Robe. Grey Sovereign whipped the field in, with one exception. Centre Rising is still continuing. So after getting into trouble early, they jumped the first of a double at the foot of the hill down the back of the course. And the leader is Lovers Road, leapt it beautifully from Outback Bronze, who's in second but under pressure. Hear My Prayers goes around him. Voutinsk, Summer Bay are handy to them on the inside. Peloton out wide are starting a run at the leading horses. They've got right away at the 1,400 on I'll Be Irish, and then a long break to Tall Rumour, not in the hunt, from Houdini Robe and Grey Sovereign. And still the other one is continuing with the field. Centre Rising at the double up on top of the hill now, and Lovers Road's done it all. Comes to the second of the double, leapt it beautifully. The well-tried Commodity led by a length to Summer Bay, a length to Voutinsk, a half length to Hear My Prayers. 2 lengths further back is Peloton, and then there's a break of about 8 lengths I'll Be Irish, 4 lengths to Tall Rumour. Houdini Robe, Outback Bronze has had enough, and Grey Sovereign and Centre Rising might even be pulled out of the race. Their distance did it when they came back past where they started. Lovers Road just in front. Summer Bay's only a half a length away as they came down towards the third last one. Voutinsk 3 lengths back third, and then came Hear My Prayers when they came up towards the third last one. Tall Rumour starting a bit of a run. Lovers Road jumping economically over at a length and a half in front. Voutinsk is coming through on the inside of Summer Bay. Here's the second last one. Lovers Road jumped it well. Summer Bay's a length away second. Voutinsk is third, and they're about 10 lengths to Houdini Robe, and then Tall Rumour followed by Peloton, but with one to jump, Lovers Road comes to the turn. Swings out wide with the last fence situated on the outside rail. Led Summer Bay. Voutinsk battling away on the outside, and then a gap to Houdini Robe. Last one coming up. Lovers Road comes towards the last. He's jumped it well. Summer Bay's having a good crack at him on the outside. Summer Bay's ranged up to Lovers Road. And then Voutinsk on the outside is still coming home. Lovers Road and Summer Bay from Voutinsk. Summer Bay puts the head in front with 100 metres to go. He's drawn a length in front. Voutinsk trying hard on the outside. But it's Summer Bay clear. And Summer Bay's going to take out the steeplechase. Beat Voutinsk second. Lovers Road third. Long Break Houdini Robe fourth. And Tall Rumour fifth. And then Peloton. In behind those was Hear My Prayers. They are coming in at very big intervals here. Next to finish in the race is Outback Bronze. They're walking over the line. Centre Rising and Grey Sovereign is last to complete the course. Summer Bay has taken out the first, ridden by John McMillan at a good price to pay about $33.60 and $7. Voutinsk $5.50 and Lovers Road to pay $2.10. Summer Bay proving a shade too good. The 10-year-old taking out the race. There's a number of 10-year-olds.
But at 3.96, the track is rated as good for the card. Moon, the favourite, has the inside alley. And they're all set to jump. It's a good straight line here. Nice breeze coming across the track. Ready to run. Sweet Charity just ducking in close. Moses momentarily not quite balanced. Gates open this time, and No True Road and Viva Turanda began very slow out wide. La Hill and Wa Moon on the fence, and Chiming Lass with the gold cap in the centre out of the gates quickly. Sweet Charity settles fourth on the outside of Lady Camelot. A length away is Bell. They were followed by Winged Hope, then Zapatioto getting back, and Muntz looking to slot in. Further back is Anna Liffe, then came well out of its ground Hot Neon. Intermission. No True Road and Viva Miranda at the tail of the field, racing to the first bend. And Wa Moon at the 650 on the inside leads the way, being tackled by La Hill. 2 lengths away, Chiming Lass. Sweet Charity fourth. Outside, Lady Camelot. A length and a half to Bell in the cerise colours from Winged Hope. Zapatioto Intermission are well back in the field with Anna Liffe, and then Hot Neon. On the bend, 400 to go. Wa Moon on the inside is headed off by the Paklani filly, and La Hill had now raced to the front. Favourite first beat. On straightening, La Hill in front with Chiming Lass coming at it. Wa Moon back on the fence. Lady of Camelot the outside, running on from Bell. In the straight, 200 to go, and Chiming Lass on the outsides just in front of La Hill, Bell and Wa Moon. Chiming Lass in front. Bell on the outside is starting to scream home. Bell is coming home all over the top of Chiming Lass, and she'll get up and win. Bell's won from Chiming Lass, maybe La Hill third, or Intermission and Zapatioto between them. In a blanket go for third. Wa Moon didn't come on in the straight. They were followed by Winged Hope, Sweet Charity, Viva Miranda, then Lady Camelot. Hot
Cossack moved in. Lights on. Plumman to move up into the gates over at the 1400 metres, and we'll have them ready to run. He ran a great race down at Cranbourne when resuming. They broke a record down there that had stood since 1976. The horse who won has repeated the dose again, so might be good form. Off they go. King Cossack not the best to bounce out, but Plumman flew out of the gates over near the outside. Markstead, Kylet Cuter into stride fast, and Much Ado settling down fourth. Stonington next, with King Cossack moving up again on the outside, and Stephens last of all. Markstead goes through and he leads Plumman in the early part. A length away in the field is Kylet Cuter. Much Ado on the fence. King Cossack tracking out wide. 1.5 to Stonington on the inside, and Stephens last of all. 900 to go. They're about to come off the back straight. Markstead a neck in front of Plumman. A length and a half to King Cossack third on the outside. Kylet Q to the centre, Much Ado the fence, and 2 lengths to Stephens with Stonington on the inside, and neck away last of all. Markstead the leader coming down the side, about a head in front of Plumman, and a length away is the big fellow King Cossack third, travelling out 3 wide all the way. In the centre, Kylet Q to Much Ado the rail. 1 length then to Stephens, and Stonington last of all. Now he's pulled the persuader a little here on the leader, Markstead, coming around the home turn. Plumman on the outside. They skirt a little wide, the pair of them into the bend, and Plumman going for home on the outside of Markstead, a little between the duo. Stonington getting to third in the green with the white cap, and Stephens on his outside is running on well. Plumman is immediately under pressure, and here's Stephens coming with Stonington. The two of them reach the lead together now. It's Stephens on the outside, ahead to Stonington, who can fight back on the inside, clear of Plumman and Kylet Cuter. Stephens the outside, and Stonington, Kylet Cuter closing late. Stephens and Stonington, Kylet Cuter swapping the pair of them. Stephens turns his head to the side. Oh, it's close. Stephens in the middle, Kylet Q to the outside, and they're the two with Stonington on the fence just missing out. In behind them, King Cossack, Plumman, Much Ado, and Markstead dropped out to finish last. Judges call for a photo here. Steppens looks certain to win, but he's turned his head to the side just near the line. And Kylet Cuter's stormed home on the outside.
Starter is at his platform. Fabrics and Tidal Current stand in well in close. Canadian Jazz well behaved. Dragons return. It's a good line. All set. Racing this time. Oh, Bullseye floundered at the start. He stood there, missed the kick. He's last of all. Dragons hard away very quickly. Analytic out wide and Fabrics on the fence, and also Dub Lace and Shift Work. They were all into stride very quickly. Not far away, Dragons return after jumping well, but he's a little bit deep with Tidal Current with the red cap going up between runners. A length away, Bullseye on the inside of Star Marquis. Well out of its ground as I'm Prowling. Passed on the outside very quickly then by Go One Go. And 5 or 6 lengths away at the tail of the field is Canadian Jazz before the bend, 450 out, and Analytic had raced to the front, led 2 lengths Shift Work. The outside running on Dub Lace, they were followed by Dragon Return, then further back Star Marquis and Tidal Current, and the well back Bullseye's not in play. On the bend, Analytic in front, Shift Work about to pounce. To the outside the grey, Dragon Return running on pretty well with Go One Go. Star Marquis behind them, and now Bullseye starting to unwind. Oh, he's coming home quickly on the outside. Bullseye's coming with a great run. I'm Prowling trying to go with Bullseye. Bullseye hit the lead from I'm Prowling. Big performance. Bullseye wins well and lands big bets. I'm Prowling second. Shift Work third from Tidal Current. Star Mark was not a great deal of galloping room in the last 50 metres of the race. They were followed by Dragon Return. Go One Go was well back with Dub Lace Analytic, and near the tail of the field, Canadian Jazz. Well, no wonder they backed him. He's got plenty of ability. Number 7, Bullseye. 310, 160, and that's exactly what they've hit. Number 1, I'm Prowling at 130. He too settled well back in the run. Has come down the outside. He'll be a lot fitter for that run today. And number 2, Shift Work, given every chance.
So just the 6 to run. They're ready to go. Off. Rockefeller began fairly well. Front runner beat him out on the outside. Tycoon Princess began very fast, wants the lead early. Then came Rambling Rose Clan, and Great Supremo dropped out to last. Tycoon Princess and front runner with Rockefeller going up between them. They're the 3 leaders. Rambling Rose dropping in for a trail. Second last Clan, and last is Great Supremo, who's niggled at. Coming up towards the turn now, and Tycoon Princess, they're all well away from the rail, and she's going to swing the corner in front of Rockefeller, the favourite, and they've got away on Rambling Rose front runner. Clan on the inside, and Great Supremo struggling into the straight and into the bend now. Tycoon Princess led with Rockefeller coming after her quickly at the 300 metres now, and they're well clear of Clan holding third at the moment from Rambling Rose. Rockefeller now, Oliver gets urgent on him, and he's put his nose in front of Tycoon Princess, who's kicking back well on the inside. Rockefeller, Tycoon Princess. Rockefeller's digging deep. He's just got the nose in front. Rockefeller drew a neck clear, and Rockefeller will be a shade too good and beat Tycoon Princess. Rambling Rose third. Great Supremo did his best work late, got home for 4th, and then Clan, and the bad last was front runner. He's still run 57.6 over the 1,000 metres there, if that clock's correct, on a track that's cutting out. Number 2, Rockefeller, the winner, ridden by Damien Oliver, had the blinkers on. He had to do a bit of work, Damien, to get him home, but he's proved a shade too good in the last bit, drawing clear to beat Tycoon Princess second and Rambling Rose third. Numbers are into the frame and official now, 2, 4 and 5. Well, he's probably not the most genuine racehorse around, but he's done enough under a lot of pressure from Damien here over the 1,000 metres to get in. Damien was trying to save a little bit if he could, but in the end he had to pull the whip in the last couple of 100 metres to make sure of it all. And he's done the job well enough without being really impressive. He did have 57.5 compared to Tycoon Princess with 54. She did give him a race, though, with her weight difference. But he's proved to be just that shade too good in the last little bit. He's bred to be absolutely anything. He's by last Tycoon out of Riva Diva. But that's only his second win in 6 starts in a moderate field, and he did it hard. But let's not knock him. He's won the race, and that's what matters the most. Tycoon Princess a game second, and they straighted the rest. And that 57.6 remains on the board. They can run quicker times out of the chute here because it's a downhill run to the home turn, and it doesn't get as wet as any other parts of the track. That would be probably no worse than dead up in the chute, and then slow when they come into the straight for the uphill run.
Okay, thanks, Greg. Greg finding the exacta there. It was a hard-fought victory there for Rockefeller, but ultimately able to draw clear to win by a decisive margin. The greyhound dividends are through on race 6. Final Portrait successful, $1.80 and $1.70. Over Classic Mint, $2. Rivkin, $2.30. Quinella, $8.10. And the trifecta, $93.90 on the 5, 8 and 2. Now looking ahead to the update for the 4th race at Ipswich, and Marcello, who has a claiming apprentice, is the favourite at $2. Charmer Princess, $4.25. Piper Sands, $13. Victory Supreme, $4.40. Dark Stripe at $17. As is Calm Dancer, and Why Warrior Winner at $30. Only a small field. Marcello is a good thing by Allen to beat Victory Supreme and Charmer Princess. We'll take this short break and return in a moment with Michelle Tizard with more racing news.
It'll blow everyone away. The 1998 Australian 2-year-old Breeze Up sale. Catalogues available from William Inglis & Son on 02 9399 7999. Racing News. Proudly brought to you by Tomo's Gaming Rooms.
Gold Coast trainer John Wilcock must have nerves of steel. He lives in
for it. $4.90 Manisha, number 1, and High Heels, number 8, the one they've backed. It's firmed into $4.90. Now they're all in. Summer Price shifted its saddle on the way to the start, had to be resaddled. Gates open. High Heels a bit slow to go with Lahar soon after the start. Manisha out wide on the track, came out very quickly, and Howes Frau away fast. Night Dive showing speed, and she's risque with the red cap not far away from Zephyr Bell. Love to Star with the orange cap in about 6th position. Lady Covetous inside of it from Our Tang Dynasty. They were followed by Shelter, a couple away. Cherokee Lass about 4 or 5 to Misty Miss Lahar. They were followed by Summer Price, and High Heels is last of all. Coming off the back now at the 650. Manisha in front. Howes Frau neck away the outside. Night Diver's third outside of kicking up on the fence. She's risque. 2 lengths to Love to Star. Zephyr Bell the outside. 3 wide going forward. Lady Covetous 7th the fence. Then Our Tang Dynasty with the blue cap on. Shelter and Cherokee Lass head the others, and the other one High Heels is last of all. On the bend, Manisha in front of Howes Frau. They'll turn together. Night Dive about to be popped. The Supreme Question the outside. Then came Zephyr Bell and Love to Star with the red blinkers about to get out from Our Tang Dynasty. Night Dive at the 150 range up to Manisha and hit the lead. Shelter on the fence. Our Tang Dynasty and Cherokee Lass out wide, but Night Dive drew clear, and Night Dive will win the money. Night Dive first, Cherokee Lass second, Shelter third, then Our Tang Dynasty, Manisha and High Heels flying home. They were followed next of all in the field by Misty Miss, who made up ground from Zephyr Bell. Further back, Love to Star, Lady Covetous, Howes Frau, then Summer Prize, Lahar, and last home would have been She's Risque. Night Dive, the winner, number 6, $6.70 and $2.50. Cherokee Lass, number 11, $6.90. Number 13, Shelter, at $8.50. Nice type of a filly, that too. She's a very robust little individual. Night Dive, she won at her first run back this campaign at Warwick.
Featurette with the outside gate. About to move into her place. Cornella's out there. She sees has gone in. Dowden Clementine stood well, right, waiting for the rider to climb back aboard Cecise. And Featurette now coming up. Takes the outside in the 1,000 metres. All set. Crankin stood up nicely. Featurette inclined to bound around. Off they go. Began fairly. Featurette near the outside. Cornella jumped okay next to her. Our Excellency was away very fast. Myontic out very quickly. Darling Clementine and Quick Poem are showing pace. Fellowship has got back, and so too Dan Inkling to about the middle of the field now as they settle into stride. Featurette out wide with the baldy-faced Kraken going up. With those in between them is Dashing Diamond, and getting up along the inside, Our Excellency. Closer to the inside, Quick Poem and Darling Clementine in company there with Margarine Myontic. They're being followed then by Dan Inkling. Canella next in the field. A good way back then is Starlight Dream when they corner down near the inside. Cecie's a long way back with Canella, and Fellowship is last with 300 to go. Our Excellency, Darling Clementine down on the inside. Margarine out wider. Here comes Dan Inkling. It's swept up to them in a stride, Dan Inkling. Margarine tries to go with Dan Inkling, who's drawn 2 lengths in front. Dan Inkling nicely clear. Fellowship making late ground, but Dan Inkling nicely in front, and Dan Inkling wins it well. Fellowship got up on the outside and grabbed second, I'd say, from Margarine. Big run, the second horse, well clear of Our Excellency and Cornella, and then came Featurette, who never figured in the finish. Starlight Dream was with her, followed by just behind them Kraken and Darling Clementine, Quick Poem, and then trailed Dashing Diamond towards the end, Cecie's, and last was Myontic. Dan Inkling.